Section 8.1 is about the midpoint and the distance formulas. We'll start with the midpoint formula. If you have 2 points, here we're calling them x1, y1 and x2, y2. If you want to find the point that is directly in the middle of those, you use this formula here. You add the two x values and divide by 2. You add the y values and divide by 2. And you basically find the average of each of the x and y coordinates. And that gives you the coordinates of the midpoint. In this problem, we have a landscape design, and it talks about having 2 flower beds. You see one here and one here. And we want to find the coordinates of a sprinkler if the sprinkler is halfway between, which means directly in the middle of the 2 flower beds. Now we're told that down here, this is the origin, so we know that this coordinate is 0, 0. So if we count, we can find the middle of this first flower bed is going to be the coordinate 4, 5. And then the middle of the second flower bed, if you want to count it, you can, but it's at 14, 13. So those are the 2 points where you can find the flower beds. Now to find the sprinkler that's between them, we're going to have to use the midpoint formula. So I'm going to plug my values into the formula here, x plus x, so I'm going to do 4 plus 14 divided by 2, and then y plus y is 5 plus 13 divided by 2. So this is going to be an 18 over 2, which is a 9. And this is also going to be an 18 over 2, which is also a 9. So we find that the midpoint, the point that's halfway between the 2 flower beds, is 9, 9. So we would position the sprinkler right here so that it's halfway between the 2 flower beds. Here we're going to look at the distance formula, and the distance formula is right here. You can find the distance between 2 ordered pairs by subtracting the x's and squaring them, and then adding that to the difference of the y's and squaring those. Let's do an example down here. We want to find the distance between point A and point B. So I'm going to take the square root of the x's. So I'm going to go -3 minus 4. We square that and add it to the difference of the y's. So 6 minus -4. So now we can simplify that. -3 minus 4 is -7, and 7 squared is 49. Minus a negative here is plus. 6 plus 4 is 10, and 10 squared is 100. Simplifying that, we get the square root of 149 is the distance between these 2 points. Now that's an okay answer. If you need the answer to be in decimals, you can always plug this into your calculator, and in this case you get about 12.2. But we don't need to do that if it just asks for the distance.